All righty. Welcome to the May 7th, 2026 AMO Town Board meeting. Hello, my name is Renee Gay. I'm board president this year, and this is Donna Watson. She's board member, and we have Mark Wicks, but he's not here tonight, and Barb Straw, our clerk treasurer. The minutes of the April meeting were sent to us to preview and correct. These minutes were available to you all as you signed in tonight. After review of the minutes, are there any additions or corrections? I need a motion to accept the April 2026 meetings as read and reviewed.
Motion to accept the minutes.
Nice.
April 2026 meeting.
And I second that motion. There's been a motion and a second to accept the April 2026 meetings. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
April 2026 minutes will stand as accepted. And we have 3 different people that want to talk. Do you want to go first, Kim? Are you up for that? You have to come up to the little microphone. Yeah. Thank you.
Wow.
Goodness gracious. Hey, Kim.
I have a few observations from living in Amo and going to the fish fry all of my life. Main Street has some flooding problems on the years that it rains a lot in June. Several cars will be parking on the church grounds during the fish fry, and this is one of the places where the water stands. I'm asking to get the storm drain nearby cleared out to help alleviate this issue. Since these grounds will be used for overflow parking during this community event, I am requesting the town to authorize their maintenance person who mows all of the other common areas such as the site for the upcoming park and along the trail to include this space as well. Doing this will reflect well on the town as a whole. When visitors see how inviting it looks, it will put them at ease to park here and be able to walk safely down to the fish fry on a dry street. When the fish fry ends, the mowing doesn't have to. The congregation will appreciate the bulk of the lot to continue being cared for. If any townspeople notice a maintenance need and enjoy doing yard work, they are welcome and encouraged to help out also. The Trinity Center, a community hub for local food distribution on the back street, is another place to check. Any assistance will bless this community. The church commends anyone willing and able to contribute to these needs. These efforts will keep AMO looking its best and benefits everyone. I get the AMO newsletter, and I know the board is successful in obtaining grants in several areas to improve AMO. Sharing any research resources available that may allow collaboration with the church to better our community, we will be honored to assist in any way that we can. Maybe a grant offered to a religious entity for some kind of service project can be found. AMO is a great town full of great people who love our community and are willing to help when the needs are made aware to them. I know the fire department benefits from all the help it gets for fundraising events they hold, especially the fish fry. The church is another organization that could benefit from community cooperation from the town. As an attender for many years, I must relay that we include this town and the surrounding ones in our prayers every week as a body and on our prayer list so we can be reminded throughout the week. Everyone wants to see AMO thrive and continue to improve as the best town in Indiana to those of us who love it. Thank you.
Thank you. Great job. Appreciate that. Okay, Miss Ian.
And part of that is part of the problem, going along with her thing about everything getting flooded. I have an alleyway between Mike Brown's house and his son's house. In the alleyway, when the when it rains, when the water gets high, all of that water runs down into my garage. And my assistant has pictures of what my garage looks like when it rains. And it does that every time it rains more than a half an inch. And I would like to pursue something to be done with the Amo alley behind my house to secure that the water does not run into mine. And I'm sure that you think it might be my fault that it's doing that because it's lower, but Mr. Mikey Brown, he likes to put gravel, fresh gravel in that alleyway every year for the town and his son. But this also adds to the amount of highness in that alley and brings more water in every time. And if you would like to look at the pictures and a video on my wife Cheryl's phone, I would be more than glad to let you see it. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
If you would like to see these,
Yes.
oh, no. Still
Good save.
Good save.
thank you for your time.
Thank you. Do you want to talk to? Yeah, if you just want to sign that. Yep. Very nice.
Oh, I believe you. I believe you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Supposed to be graded.
Do you want to see that? The pictures. It's for the garage.
Is this something we get to keep? Okay, thank you.
Do you
All
have
right.
a copy of yours for us to keep?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
that would be great. Thank you.
Mike, do you want to go next? Okay.
I just wanted to ask more about an ordinance than anything. On West School Street, when you come out of West School Street onto the main road here, in the morning, there is a car which is parked right there at the corner. And I think that it's too close by state laws. And I don't know if it is or not. I'm not saying it is, but I believe that it's too close to and I've seen almost multiple accidents because people
can't
speeding
see.
through can't see. I've been a bigger truck. I can sort of see, but I've also cut people off. I just don't know if it's something we can do or look at to see if it is within the distance that you're supposed to be able to park, and if we can maybe not now, but in the future, block off that parking spot with some paint or something like that.
Yeah.
That's all I was wondering about because it's not just me. I've seen multiple people have the O
You can't see.
What-
Yeah.
I
Where
have
was it
no idea.
again? What was
Yeah.
the location?
West School Street, the one that's just on the
When you
West
come
School-
out, you know how you go down and go around, you let the kids out, and then you go to the left.
Yeah.
You can't see anything because all the cars are parked up. You
yeah,
can't tell
and
if
it's
the
and
car's
it's
coming.
if it was
You just
one
have
or
to inch
possibly
out.
2 car spaces that were blocked off. I know they're going
Mhm.
to lose spaces there, but if you lost those 2 spots, I think it'd be a lot
Yeah.
safer for everybody.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know what the laws are, and I think that's probably the most important thing. So, is that not okay?
On the
I didn't know that.
On the street, are you saying there's no visibility?
You know how they're parked right there up against the corner. It's so hard to see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't know if it was school property there or our town property.
Okay.
So, and I don't know how. I don't know what the answer is. I'm just bringing up a point, and I'll let you guys.
It's on the main drive.
Yeah.
It's on Pearl?
Yeah, it's on Pearl, and I'll let you guys decide what to do.
Okay.
I really don't have a good answer or a suggestion other than blocking those off.
Okay.
That's just all I've wanted to bring up. Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you. Hey, Tim, you want to go next? Thank you.
Sorry, I kind of
hoarse today for some reason, but and I didn't realize that there was going to be somebody here talking about the storm drains. My issue kind of ties into the storm drain. I'm here because of the sewer, Amo Coatesville sewer, and flow chart of what comes into the sewer treatment plant on a normal day.
Mhm.
A chart like this. And on a normal day, is it on? I can't. We generate about 59,000 gallons per day. Well, in the month of March, it rained 6 inches, and our daily flow went from 59,000 to 146,000. We're permitted to dispose of like 90,000 or 100,000 gallons a day. So we're going over our limit. And we've been doing that for quite some time. And I believe that it's very possible that it's the main contributor would be some homes in Amo may have their sump pump. It's taking the water out of their basement or
Mhm.
their crawl space, hooked into the sewer because possibly the storm drain doesn't work, or they don't have access to a storm drain. They just have to put it out on top of the ground. And so what I'd like to do is I'd really like to put a piece in your flyer and just simply
Oh, the newsletter.
ask
Yeah.
if we could come and inspect and help get them disconnected and connected somewhere else. It's against the law to hook your sump pump to the sewer. We're not looking to arrest anybody or fine anybody. The folks in Coatesville, they think that maybe they also have a problem. Same. But they think that maybe they got some lines cracked or something over there. And they're proposing that we reline some lines. And to do about a third of those lines, somewhere in the neighborhood of 170,000. That would be astronomical for the sewer treatment, for our sewer. Before we do that, I'm on the board and we're going to do lots of tests. We're not just going to, we're going to make sure that we have a problem before we just start putting lining in lines. But I would be willing for the sewer company or sewer plant, whatever, to help pay if perhaps your sump pump is hooked to the sewer. I feel like even if we had to pay a little bit, if we could find 6 sump pumps in the town of Amo that's hooked to our sewer, that would be a huge amount of water. As Donna knows, her basement was completely full of water because her sump pump quit or didn't have a sump pump or something. But they tell me that just one sump pump generates a boatload of water. So I think as the sewer treatment facility, I think it would be money well spent if we help the residents disconnect. I feel like there's probably people that have moved into the town
And don't even know.
that don't even know. They don't even realize they have a septic tank. And when I go and tell them that it's going to be pumped, they want to argue with me. They don't have a tank. So,
Mhm.
this pump's hooked to something and it goes away, and they don't even
know.
realize that it's probably, going to the wrong drain. Um, so first, I'd like to try to get the word out, and we'd like to help get them hooked up differently,
Mhm.
but they really need to go to a storm drain. And what's happened when the sewers were put in, a lot of the storm drains were just the clay tile, and it did the sewer and the storm drain. Well, they cut across them and never put them back. It caused a problem at my house. I've got a well pit in the backyard, and it has a drain in the bottom of it. It went to the storm drain. Now, anytime we get any kind of rain at all, water backs up in that pit. So I had to put a sump pump in it, and it's just going out on the ground.
Mhm.
But that I'm sure that we have other problems like that. And I'm aware of one person so far that had their sump pump hooked to the sewer, and we're going to get it disconnected for them. But kind of like my house, they're going to have to just put that out on the top of the ground, and it's going to erode the dirt, and it causes a problem. Because they would have to go across a couple properties to hook to the storm drain. So eventually, we're going to have to look into maybe upgrading or trying to. I mean, nobody wants to spend money on storm drains. That's ugly. No, you don't even notice it, right? I mean, we'd rather have a
Yeah.
pickleball court, a basketball court, all this other stuff that's pretty. But we really have to start thinking about maybe the storm drain. And if nothing else, getting a map of where they are and which ones work and which ones don't work. So it kind of leads to the storm drains, but I really was here just to try and get some word out that we're trying to inspect or so Clayton has bought some sensors that would go in the manholes of the sewer. So when it rains, we can put these sensors in. We can tell, oh, okay, this is flowing at this rate every day. And then when the rain comes, hopefully this one here increases and maybe this one doesn't. So then we can say, oh, okay, we're getting more water in this line. This is the section for this line. We can focus on this section. Those sensors are very expensive, and it's just a tool that we can try to use. I don't think it's 100%, but before we put lining in lines, we're at least going to do that. I mean, and we can open lids and look and go, oh yeah, it's flowing faster now, but you have to do that when it's raining. You have to know what it looked like when it wasn't raining. I mean, the sensors would give us a better idea, a more accurate idea. So. I know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're aware, there's actually a drain west side of my house, in front of Minot's house, and that goes out, I mean, straight out the south end of town. And there's a drain at the Trinity Center, I guess, kind of across the street back, half a block between Kelly Greason's house and another house. There's a storm drain there. Looks like the one in your yard. It's farther up the line, and higher, so it probably doesn't flood like yours. The road does flood there. when the road was replaced on the east edge of, that's North Street. One of the homeowners was wondering if that swimming pool and the road was going to be fixed at that time. But anyway, that's right there at the storm drain. And there is a swimming pool. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's a tough issue. Storm drains is definitely a tough issue, and it's going to take more than just putting it's going to take a lot. And I know the town financially can't do a lot, but probably going to have to. I don't know, you get another group together and focus on that. You got a group for this, and a group for that, a group for this. Get a group together for that if you can. But anyway, the main reason I came was to try and get some kind of a thing in the letter, and to let you know that it's kind of a storm drain.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't realize other people are going to be bringing up the storm drain. So we wanted to just put something out on the bills. And we have before, and that hasn't really generated any response. Again, I think if I had one, and I had one hooked to storm or to the sewer, and it was working perfectly, I'd just soon leave. I don't want to spend money to change something that's not broke.
But if you say that you're going to check.
Yeah, well, and that again, it's really tough. I mean, you knock on your door and say, "Hey, I'm here to check your something." I don't have. I wouldn't know any difference. I mean, it's kind of a tough situation, and I feel like Coatesville has just as much problem with some pumps as we. If we could find half a dozen people that had a sump pump hooked to the sewer, and we could get those taken off, I know these numbers would change drastically. And we could say, hey, look, IDEM. And again, I'm going to let IDEM know that, hey, I've gone to the town. We're putting out notices. We're checking people's sump pump. I don't know, sewer been in for 30 years. And we've had an infiltration problem somewhat since the get-go. I always thought Coatesville had a worse problem than Amo, but it looks like we both have a significant problem. Every day it's charted. This is Amo. We have an Amo chart. Oh, this is Amo too. We have a Coatesville chart. What comes in, both downs. Another chart that shows what goes out from both. So I just grabbed Amos because I'm just concerned about it. But I do know that we went 59,000 gallons in February to 142,000. So over double. 6 inches rain. It's going to be the same this month.
Can you explain to them how ours is different than?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think everyone kind of knows you got a septic tank at Amo. And so by holding the solids in this tank, in Amo, we're able to just use a smaller diameter pipe, 4-inch pipe, comes out of your tank. It just takes liquid. And then a 6-inch pipe It takes multiple homes to one lift station. All the liquid goes to the sewer treatment. Oatsville, they have a large diameter sewer. All of their solids and everything is pumped to the plant. So, when it was first put in, and I was 21, I thought, I thought Amos, the design was just awesome because even though the engineers that engineered it are saying, well, you guys ought to pump those tanks out there every 3 years. That's so that their design will never fail. After having pumped them 3 times and being there, seeing, physically seeing what's in them, they eat themselves up. I mean, they work, and in all the years, that, all the times that they've been pumped, I can only recall maybe 2 tanks that were actually full of solids. And the first time we didn't pump the tanks for 13 years ish. One of them's in your yard. I can don't show you. So that was something that when we originally put them in, we thought, yeah, let's cover them up so that they're not sightly. I have to mow around them and you don't have to see it. So let's just put them under there. Kind of a bad idea. Because now when it comes to pumping them out, I have to pay. My kids won't do it for $10 anymore. Yeah. You have to pay somebody like $175 just to dig up and then to pump. So we've been raising, now that we're digging them up, a lot of them we're raising at the ground level. One, so we can see them. 2, so next time we don't have to pay as much for having them covered. No, I thought, damn, this is really great system. We got 1 pump, pumps everything. So we have 1 pump takes a lot less electricity than 6 pumps. And it could be just the lay of the land in both. But those pumps are very expensive. And the electricity. And I thought, yeah, it's really a good deal. But as time goes on, 30 years, some of those tanks are going to need probably replaced. AMO received 95% of the project funds free. And at the time, AMO had maybe $50 in a sewer fund. Coatesville had about 400, maybe 200,000, They had quite a bit. And so they could afford to put in a traditional gravity fluid. After looking back on it, I think they had to dig a ditch and put a pipe in, cover that pipe up. The only real difference in AMO and Coatesville was the price of a 4-inch pipe, a 6-inch pipe versus an 8-inch pipe. I don't know what the difference in just that size of pipe, but if we had put in a bigger pipe, we could have actually probably just taken our solids out of it too, and not had to pump the tanks. But anyway, here's what it is. And I'll tell you, we had a resident in AMO that had a rental house, and he had trouble with his sewer. So he called a plumber, and the plumber came out and said, "Oh, man, you got a tank in its clogged. You guys have city sewers. I'll fix this." So he hooked the house directly to the sewer, the tank. So this one particular home was sending all of their solids right down the pipe. And I tell you, one house hooked to it, you never even noticed. It worked fine. But when I went to pump that tank, and I said, well, the tank's right here. The tank's right here. I had covered it. I was here. I got these little maps that I made, like, measured off the house, measured off the sidewalk. I said, there is a tank here. Anyway, there was no tank. No, that plumber removed the tank for the guy and just hooked it right to the sewer. So unfortunately, that guy paid about four or 5,000 to have it unhooked, and another 4 or 5,000 to put a new tank in and have it rehooked. But it wasn't until we went back to that home to clean it that we found out that, I know there was a tank here. But anyway. No, no. Yeah, I mean, there are some tanks. The tank for the Baptist church is very deep. It has a riser on it, so originally that lid was about 3 feet under the. I could I can cover that. Anyway, since then that's been raised up, and that's not to say that where the riser fixed to the tank may not be getting some leakage, but not like pump. Just pump. I don't know if anybody has a sump pump, and heard it come on and off and on and off. I have one house that had a sump pump, and if it's not working, the basement fills up with water, and it takes a lot of water out. It really does. So, like I said, I'm over one. We're going to get it disconnected. We're going to at least tell the state, hey, we found one sump. But I feel like if we could disconnect, if we could find a half a dozen, there's 150 homes, and probably maybe only one of them have solar. You don't really necessarily have to have a basement to have a sump, because there's many crawl spaces. But anyway, first things first, baby steps. If I could just get
Get the word out.
something in the newsletter and word of mouth. I mean, we don't want to find. We're not going to find anything. If anything, we're going to help. I feel like it would be money well spent for the sewer district to help pay to get someone disconnected. Because we had 10 people and it cost $1,000 to disconnect. That's a lot less than 170,000 trying to start, and we're going to have to spend money on sensors and people to monitor the sensors. I mean, it's nothing in the sewer treatment plant. It's cheap. It's just crazy. Yeah. So anyway, I just came basically to try to get. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It is not. I'm, if anybody needs to know, would like to know, or God didn't know they had a panic, look me up. I know where they're at. I mean, I've been around for all the pumpings and I know where they're at. So I'll help you. You know, we've had people that plant bushes on top of them and this and that, and we just didn't know. Anyway. Yeah, right. And for the most part, they were pretty shallow. Now that they've been dug up, there's a low spot in the yard on a lot of them. And but yeah, I mean, almost any time a new person moves into town, I don't know if you have a welcome committee, but I almost feel like I need to go talk to them and say, hey, by the way, don't put your swimming pool, these people, over the septic tank, because they did. Right here. And yeah, they didn't know. They would have known if they caved in and all the water would be gone. But anyway, thank you. Wasn't planning on coming tonight. I saw you over here.
Thank you, Tim. I think that's everybody that wanted to speak.
Yes.
Okay. Matt's not here tonight. He had contacted me. I didn't really have anything for him. So, do we have anything from the park board?
The park board did not meet today.
Oh, okay.
We will hopefully meet
Were you
next.
supposed to?
Yes,
Okay.
at the last minute, it was called off. We kind of took care of some business through text messages.
Okay. What about the
When-
museum? While
When
you're
will
up
the
there,
next park board meeting be? June? Or will it be in June?
All I can say is it's scheduled for June the 11th.
No,
July was-
July we changed. June is the second Thursday because,
okay. I was
Yes.
thinking.
Because of the fish fry.
yes,
July's the 16th.
I was thinking it was June was the third Thursday.
Yes.
Never mind.
Town of Amo Interurban History Museum Committee met today at 4 o'clock. The museum and reading room will have extended hours during the fish fry on Saturday, June the 6th, 2026. Barb, I have a copy of this for you.
oh, thank you.
We will be open from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. We discussed our finances. We still have lots of shirts for sale, so if you've never gotten one, please reach out to me or any committee member. We continue to receive donations of AMO memorabilia. We recently received from Maureen Jackson her father Al's AMO volunteer department jacket, fire department jacket. It is hanging by the old fire department Town of Amo map, plus some newspaper articles and Amo high school booklets. Since we will be working to ensure we are ready for the extended hours during the fish fry, we will not meet on June the 11th, 2026.
So the next one's July then?
Yeah.
You changed yours to that change date, right? To the change July date.
Dustin didn't have anything for the fire department? No. Do you have anything for the police department? Dave? Thank you.
Well, I'm Officer Gunn with the Amo Police Department. Just want to make sure the dumpsters are ordered for the town cleanup day. Are they ordered?
Yep.
Good. Okay, good. We just had 3 traffic stops for the month. We get issued warnings, and 1 assist with the Henry County Sheriff's Department with a hit and run accident. We assisted. That's all we had. Other than I looked up real quickly for your parking issue. and it'll have to go through the schools, but it's within 30 feet of like the intersection.
Okay.
So, an answer to that.
What you're saying? I don't understand.
So, I looked at the IC code real quick
Okay,
concerning Mike speaking about the
Yeah.
parking at the corner.
okay.
If I'm reading it right, it says under IC code 921.16.5, it's the 30 feet. Like from a stop sign or anything like that, you're supposed
Need to be
within
back 30 feet.
feet. But there's no stop sign on Pearl there. However, that is an intersection. That might be able to be lapped in. But that will have to be a school addressed issue.
But if it's on Pearl Street,
In front of the school.
that's still theirs? Because we could paint the curb yellow would be,
See, they've taken care of painting it on the opposite end, so that would be something you'd have to probably take up with the town, with the school.
at the school.
Check with Chris on it. He
I'll
has
check with
good, for
Yeah, 'cause there's like
control and
dumpster or something on the other end, isn't there?
Okay.
There's
All right.
something down there, like a weird curb and something.
Donna, I couldn't hear you. You're gonna
I
have
said,
Chris.
ask Chris to talk to the principal and see if they would understand what our problem is.
Yes.
Is he gonna talk to us?
Uh-huh. Yeah, he'll let Chris know.
And then, I guess we're on to old business. The property of Matt and Marcia Wiles. Mark's going to be taking care of that when he gets back.
Okay. That he would take 2,000 for it.
Mm-hmm. He said there would be costs.
Yeah,
for that.
there's
He used to.
cost.
Yeah. Did you have anything else about that?
So that was a task, yeah. Now, other three, 2,000, Michael has that. Okay, yeah.
And then the second thing was the two trees that we had Chad come out, artistic touch tree service. He said the top of the trees were dead. And he
As you
sent an
can see,
invoice
they're
for,
dead.
yeah,
I hate to lose them, but
I did too, because they're nice big trees.
none
But
of these trees are in front of Bobby Gray's property.
so the invoice is for $22.50. You mean
I
to
make
that?
a motion that we go ahead and have Artistic Touch Tree Service take those two trees down in $2,250.
And I second. That's all I had under old business. Oh wait. The thing from John Ellison.
On the community crossing. The East Street project.
Do I just read off the amounts and all
Yeah,
that?
that's fine.
It started out, the original amount was $29,934.50. They did not use all of the materials, so the amount changed down to $27,940.53, which we're responsible for 20%, correct?
Mhm.
And the grant was covering the rest, so we have to give back $1,993.97 back for the grant because the price was lowered. I think that's
After
it on
we
that.
Send the check, when you get the check.
Well, we don't
you
have
need
it,
that,
yeah.
Front and the back of the check, if they finish out that grant, the deduction, requires the money back from God.
Do you have anything else? Please?
Recapping the, remember April 10th was the junior give back day and how that went.
Oh.
And Becky
Barb and Becky. Becky, do you want to speak on that?
here.
Want to get that? Okay. I know you were in contact with them about all that.
I wasn't here that day. I coordinated the day, but
Yeah.
I wasn't here, so Barb might be able to speak to that more than me. I know Cascade was pleased that we partnered with them.
Good.
We had 5 young gentlemen that came to help out at AMO. 3 of them stayed here at the community building with Kelsey, and they cleaned the tables with deep cleaned the tables and everything. 2 of them went with me downtown to plant flowers, and they helped me and Gina Wicks with the flowers and everything. And then they came in and put a couple here. They covered all the big flower pots down. They were very nice, very, very nice. Then we treated them to the cup and the cone.
Awesome.
Aw,
They were
did
high
like
school boys?
that?
Yes,
High
juniors.
juniors. Yeah.
Yes, so we had 5 of them.
Oh,
So,
What's the update on the community building floor? We need to pick a color.
we
Is that all
have to
we
pick a
need to do?
color. Yes, I've got that here. We have to pick a color by June 1st.
Okay.
So, anyways, I thought
I
we could
thought
get together and
maybe Renee and Donna and Mark on the board. Barb can help pick out a color.
Yeah.
Kelsey, we should.
there's going to be 5 different choices in there.
I know. I
you'll
know,
be
but as long as we
surprised.
keep going down,
Yeah.
get it down.
Mhm.
Gina and Becky.
Yeah, he asked, we have it picked out by the 1st of June, and they're going to
Okay.
start on it the end of June. I
Okay.
believe it's the 28th, and he'll have it done by the 4th.
Okay.
We'll be able to get back in here after it cures at like 48
Okay.
hours.
Here with- And more people can have
Yeah.
that is writing about it, they can write about it.
Right?
So,
Yeah, I'm good with that. I was
Okay.
teasing.
The Hendricks County Focus Group was, I worked with a guy, and, I brought up about how I talked to Hendricks County about visitor center. So he came out and talked to me, and we talked about, he has put in for a grant on READ 2, which is a big grant for the state. But he won't know anything about whether he gets that until like June or July. I think. Anyway, he's very much talking with them about the mural on the on Mark and Gina's building. That there's a mural of an urban car like rolling into the earth.
I love that idea.
And maybe a little town scene there, but he's working on that. He also on my wish list said the book that I had wanted for the interurban that was just like a little kids book that their art department that they work with the county would probably work with me on getting it designed and everything, and then we would work on like what maybe have funding for it.
Okay.
Just like it has like a story about the interurban, and then turn the page, and then it's fill in the blanks. Did you read the first page? Word search. There was a coloring thing in it. Jordan designed it a long time ago, but it was on my little wish list, and he went down my little list and said that. He also said that he would help me work through a grant for like the interurban museum part of the museum, that maybe a planning grant that would lay out where I needed to do and what I wanted, how I wanted to do it. I don't have that knowledge, but I worked with like the transportation museum in Indianapolis, where they could get more information. What I see is like if you go to like a national park or something, you come in and you can watch one of those little videos of
Oh, yeah.
story, And so we could do that on that little TV that's in there, and then display all of our items. And so he was excited about that because it would be something that would be a destination for place in Hendricks County. They could advertise it. We have it in the urban, you know. The other one that he said that he would help me look at a planning grant was for the garage area down here. He walked down there with me,
Mhm.
and we looked at, the park. And so,
Yeah.
but he said, I said, well, I don't know where to start, what to do. So he said, well, we get a planning grant for that, I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah,
working on that with them.
that's awesome. Thank you for
The
going.
the Indy Trailways, they did this like last week of April, first part of March. We were on it, but we're always going to have this little map, and so we're kind of like we're down here. There's shows Amo and Kirksville, the Vandalia Trails down there, but they'll always have this trailways map that we're like part of the Indy Park, So yeah,
Awesome.
So anyway, so it was a kind of nice that they included us with that, and that was his part of showing all the things that they were doing for that. And he came out and gave everything to Gina and stuff. That's the day I sat down with her and him to talk about it. That's all I have on the back. Oh, has the dumpster been switched?
No. Actually, Waste Management's dumpster is still down there.
Okay. But you let them know we were done.
Yep.
Okay.
They were supposed to pick it up April 30th, and Jax was supposed to drop off May 1st, and I'm still waiting on both of them. So,
Okay. Do you have anything on Old Park?
no, I don't really do.
Okay. Okay. And then new business, cleanup day, May 16th.
Yep.
Did we say 9 to 2?
9 to 2.
Okay. And then Becky wanted to talk about the future of the newsletter. Okay. Okay.
Which one? The one by
Patty Corner.
Like the ones that are stringing? The string
the
lights?
stringing
Okay.
light. Okay, that's
Thank you.
Dustin?
Is it
The
Dustin?
Christmas light
the
is what you're
Christmas light.
talking about.
Yeah.
Let me,
Right.
yes. Is the whole string out or just one? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll let Dustin know. He can take the fireman down there. Okay, and you said down by post office. Okay. I'm just going to jot a note here. I'm sorry.
No.
So it was brought to my attention earlier today that the dates for this meeting were wrong in the newsletter, for which I apologize. However, we do have proofreaders that are also responsible for checking those. So that's the reason I asked that the newsletters be proofread. But I do take responsibility for it. Since
Well, we
I
appreciate you.
Since I officially retired on April the 30th, 2026, the April, May, June newsletter was the last to be printed at the Lifestyle Group, so we need to make other arrangements. Although I have thanked my former boss and put a thank you in prior newsletters, I should have put one in this newsletter. I would also like a thank you note to be mailed to my former boss and the owner of the Lifestyle Group, thanking him for the many years he allowed us to print the newsletter at the office. And I have included his name and the address that it should go to. So in January, I talked with Spectrum, which is a printer in Danville. They used to be in Avon and they moved to Danville. So I did a very quick comparison here. I mean, very quick between the museum committee meeting and this meeting. In April, printing and paper for the newsletter was $149.40. That gets reimbursed to the lifestyle group. Typing, formatting, printing, my time of 10 hours was $170. And then there will be 2 more hours on my May expense report for that was on May the 1st. 2 hours for $34 of folding, tabbing, and stamping, for a total of $353.40. Spectrum's estimate in January, when I talked with them, was $404.45. That includes everything. That's printing. I would send it to them through email. They would print it, fold it, stamp it, get it to the post office, everything, which I'm doing now. $445. However, please know that is only for post office boxes. The 138 on Spectrums was for post office boxes only. We have approximately 85 that go out of town. 25, approximately 28 of those go to AMO residents who do not have post office boxes, but are still in the town limits. So right now, we also have a very big email distribution. My suggestions are that we email only for non-residents. And we've tried asking, before in a couple newsletters, if you have email, could we email it to you instead of mailing it? We only had a few, not to make any difference in the cost, really. Hold the newsletter to 6 pages if we're going to have Spectrum do it. We don't have to make a decision tonight. We will need to make a decision at the June meeting so that I know how to move forward with it.
So you said the 404.45 to Spectrum, that includes stamps.
That included everything. This again was in January. Stamps have gone up since then, and paper probably has too. I know from Lifestyle,
Yes.
we always dealt with supplies
Yeah.
going up.
That's a lot. They're still going down.
Now that 85 includes about 28 that are residents,
Yes. that
but
live
don't
out
have the
here.
post
They have-
office boxes,
Like you, Renee.
which they should still get it, in my opinion.
Yes.
The others, there's a lot of people on there that have asked to be added when they found out about the newsletter. They've asked to be added. A lot of them lived in or around AMO, and they enjoy receiving the newsletter. Ruth Houston always says it's like being in college and receiving a letter from home. I always thought that was kind of
That
cool
is
the way
cool.
she put
So
that.
would they print enough extra for us or for us to go ahead and send out to those 85?
Well, they can do that, but I told him just to do the estimate for the post office boxes.
Yes.
I mean, if I give them the addresses, they can send those out. But we need to make a decision whether or not we're going to continue that or not.
Yes.
Pardon me. It won't double the price, but it will increase the
Quite a
price.
bit, yeah.
So just wanted to bring it up before.
Well, but even you're up here, this is your cost. This isn't including postage in that price up there.
Correct. It does not
Yeah,
include the postage.
and postage is quite a bit. We get 225 stamps
Mhm.
at 70 some cents a piece. Yeah, so that 353 doesn't even include our stamps.
Right.
So
You're
it's a
right.
lot closer to that 400 and something than you think.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I paid for the last ones. I try to go in and buy before the next increase hits, but it doesn't
Yeah, we
always.
bought like.
I
10
buy the
rolls.
forever before the next one because she gets 200, knowing she's going to need them for each quarter. So
So really, they're not that much more expensive. However, again, that's only the post office boxes. And I always put extra down at the interurban. And of course, I have file copies.
yeah, because we're From 520 to 15. So.
Any questions?
I don't.
No,
I do not.
I also have another new business item. Do you want me to
Yes.
do it while I'm up here?
Yeah, do it while you're there, man.
So you all are aware, I sent you, the town council and the clerk treasurer text message about some damage that was done here in the community building over the weekend. It was rented all weekend, so we really, except for what was reported by someone, do not know. Most of you cannot see, but underneath this tile, these tiles right here, tape has been used on the walls. Our rental agreement specifically says command strips only. I don't think those were command strips. Some people don't know how to take command strips off. And so they do leave places. I do not believe what's up there was from command strips. It looks like tape to me. There also was a table that was completely broken. No message from anybody about it. We did receive the message that the eagle, a kid knocked over the flag, broke the eagle. The person who had it rented is saying they will pay for the eagle if we will let them know how much it is. So I don't know if somebody wants to look into that. Another table needs to be repaired. I think it was like that before. It's usable, but you have to be careful with it. It's one of the fold ups. So 2 of the fold ups are out of commission. Kelsey would like for us to update the rental agreement, revise rather the rental agreement to say nothing affixed to the walls, because this is happening on a regular basis. I mean, I see them in pictures. Their things are affixed to the walls. They're leaving ribbon. Obviously, a ribbon had been cut from over here, but they left part of the ribbon on the up there instead of taking it down. And I know that we have no control over a lot of these things. However, I do think we need to post something that says if you damage something, you're responsible for letting us know about it at least. Well, there were 3 different groups here over the weekend. Yeah. Well, I did. I don't know about everybody else, but when I come in here, I'm proud of our building, and we get lots of comments about how nice it is down the side there and then all underneath
it was
there.
broke. Yeah, there's several that somebody needs to take them, but there are tiles down at the. Mhm. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Becky.
Thank you.
Yeah, we do. Do you have anything else? That's all I had on my list.
The toilet in the community building.
Oh, shoot,
on
yeah.
the side was, he said he'd never seen one walk that much. Because the guy came out, he had a little bit of back problem, so he said, I'm gonna send the boss out, so Cameron himself came out, I went home and fixed it.
He just tightened it up or something?
I don't know what he did.
Did he fix it? Okay,
He fixed it. It don't rock.
good.
And the only
She
other
didn't
thing I
text me
have-
back anymore. So that's,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
The only other thing I have is my.
Did he leave an invoice?
It's, he was on the way home from work.
Okay.
Like that.
If either one gets it, just send.
Yeah, I'll
it
let
my
you
way.
know.
I told Darcy to be sure to send
I'll watch for it.
myself, graded down that per alley, that's what I was gonna ask about, the alley behind the store, is still water things we need to grade it again, you know,
Mhm.
the benefits of the store, but that's an alley.
It's a mess,
It's a
yeah.
mess, it's graded again. Would it help to run down the alley between,
Brown? Is it just like going downhill? Is that what it is? Mhm. Yeah. If we graded it to make it even is what
Make it
she's.
even?
You need to go and look at it.
Mhm. Right, right, that's what I mean. Be graded down to even.
Yeah, I don't think we can dig in that alley and the sewer line runs through it, doesn't it?
Who could we have look at it?
Grading it?
Or looking at, not messing it up. I mean, I don't know. You can't mess with his land in his driveway or whatever. Yeah. I've never been back there.
We'll get that.
We'll get back to you on it. We'll just,
Yeah.
but whatever we do, I think that we can also look at that application.
Okay,
It's
okay.
so much legal water, like,
We usually take care of that one other alley over there. Do you want to have whoever look at all three of them?
yeah.
Those are the three I think the town usually, they don't take care of a lot, but I think those are the three that we do.
What's the other one? The store ends and what else?
This one,
It goes from her property straight all the way back to her name.
Mhm. Okay.
okay, I don't know what we call that one. Goes back to Walnut Street.
Goes back to Walnut. The girl.
Yeah.
Mhm. We just have to find someone that can look at it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. I'll see if I can find someone to check it out. Who was it?
You know what I'm talking about? Go back. Go back. Go straight back. Right. Drain right at the beginning of the trail and cleaned out the drain down. And
Brian?
Brian?
Brian Stevens?
He's not an old guy.
Yeah, he's not old.
no, the old guy.
Oh.
It's not Brian.
That's
I'll have
what
to
I was
look it
like.
up.
Well,
I don't
Brian
remember.
Brian cleaned that out for us, and then he
And
also
he did the
cleaned
one
that out
down there.
for us. That's
Brian
who
Stevenson?
cleaned last for us. So I'll look it up. Yeah. Okay. I was
No, this
like,
guy's an old guy. That's
No,
over in there.
he's my age, I
that's
think.
what I was thinking.
I'm old.
Okay.
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 Anybody got anything else? Yes. What do you think?
What do you, yeah.
They're wanting to add the,
Yeah, I don't
add
think
to
there's
it.
any problem with that. I don't see any
Who
problem
did
with
it last time? Who? Yeah.
Jackie.
Yeah, and I think it's just a matter of removing it.
we-
And I'll get
Yeah.
with her on it. I think we should remove it.
I'm good with that.
Do we have a list up in the kitchen as to what can and can't happen? Do you have any rules or guidelines in there?
but nothing like up on the wall.
Because it might be nice to have even a nice size.
Like a
not-
laminated.
Yes, laminate, nice size one that, I mean, could take it and have it printed.
So
out.
do you want to update that one?
Yeah.
That might be nice.
Are you done?
I've looked them
Okay.
up. I had a conversation.
We talked about the cleanup day.
Yes.
So all we have to do is the bills, right?
And next
Sign the bills?
meeting is-
I need this approved. This is,
You have something to bring up, Bob?
I need that is the bill for the snow removal for this last
Oh,
winter.
okay. Are we just
Just
approving it? We don't
you're
have to-
just initialing it.
Okay. So we're good? 8:12? We good?
I don't have.
We just
anything.
have to sign the bills.
You're going to sign the bills and the
And the
statement.
next meeting
Statements.
is
Next meeting is
June, is it 11th? Hold on a second. Yeah, next meeting is June 11th. Thank you, everybody, for coming. It is closed.